allegedly the building of that Raiders stadium and the way the business was handled from moving from Oakland to Sin City. It has called for some retirements, some resigning, some quitting out of nowhere. None of us knew what the hell was going on. Everybody thought it was John Gruden's fault. Hey, I'll tell you what, man, that son of a bitch is running people out of town. They don't even want to be there. Now, allegedly, it is being reported that the IRS is saying, hey, there's been some money that was made that was not reported as income. This is behind the departure of staff recent weeks, says Mike, whatever his name is. Let me tell you who you can fuck around and play with, all right? You can play with AJ Hawk, whenever you say OH to him, and he doesn't say IO back. You can play with Tiddlywinks golf clubs. You can play with a lot of things. You can't fucking play with the IRS, okay? They are a no-nonsense operation. And when we get audited, which will happen, this company and me will get audited, it'll be Phil's Super Bowl. It's like, hey CFO Phil, do you have your shit in order? Because they're going to come and find everything. And that's why we have Phil. That's why CFO Phil is great. But the IRS does not fuck around. This could be massive, especially for Mark Davis, who allegedly doesn't have a lot of money. Because when the IRS comes after you, you got to pay them. And if you don't pay them, I think there's jail time that potentially happens and everything else on the back end of that. I don't know if Mark Davis got enough money to deal with IRS tax issues in an NFL situation, but it could get ugly over there. I don't know how they're going to win any games with the IRS fucking chilling in there going through all their numbers.
Well, yeah, that's tough, but it's not going to affect the players that are trying to win those games, but it definitely will affect everyone above them. I'm just wondering, like, so these people have resigned or taken off or retired, whatever it is. Are they implicating themselves in this? Or are they saying, like, no, this is crazy, I want to get away from it? What are you doing?
It seems like they're trying to get out before the IRS comes knocking on the door, right?
I mean, they'll still come and get you. They'll get you still, though. Like, even if you resign, if you've been doing it for 5-10 years, whatever's happening, like, they're going to get you.
Hey, the IRS does not care about a public grandstand either. Like, hey, these people were wrong. I'm gonna get out of here. It's like, well, they're gonna find out if you are too, pal. So your shit's got everything too. I mean, it is.
You have to worry about them. You have to worry about the Raiders, right? Like, is it like someday could we see the Raiders not being owned by a Davis? Is that possible?
I do believe so, especially with because the IRS, they come to their, and I might be wrong here. I mean, I've had people very close to our family that have gone through this, obviously CFO Phil and everything like that, but they'll go through their numbers and this is what they think you owe them. And if you don't pay them, and there's a payment plan I think you can get put on and everything like that, if you don't pay them, like, there's real implications.
Going to jail.
So I think to pay that money back, right, if it's large enough, how would Mark Davis go about getting that money? Probably like, either
GoFundMe or something,
Asking Michael Rubin to pay for it and then just giving him the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, is that an actual option that you could do?
What is it, $18 billion, right? Michael Rubin's Fanatics is now
updated. Wait, what is this again? Who's this character?
Michael Rubin. He owns Fanatics, and he's always...
What all does Fanatics do? Like, what all do they encompass?
Everything. Licensing, merchandising. They're getting into the sports book
and
game.
He's worth $18 billion, or Fanatics is worth $18 billion?
Fanatics is, yeah.
It has the largest database of NFL fans and sports fans on earth, from what I've been told. I don't know. I did some research. Rubin also got Meek Mill out of jail, who's now jumping into pools in the middle of the mall and eating French fries off his lap in water. I mean, he also gifted Robert Kraft a baby blue Bentley that is like one of one or something like that. Rubin is doing his thing, but I'm not sure that's how it works. If you just go to a rich person and say, hey, you want 30% of the Raiders, I think the NFL would have to handle that whole thing as well. But IRS is a fucking problem.
The IRS will take it, though. The IRS will take the money no matter where it comes from, who it is. I mean, they're not going to take drug money, but they'll take it if you have, hey, my buddy's going to front you this. I'm going to give him ownership stake in the Raiders. They're like, cool, give us the money.
Well, to that.
No, then they're going to check him.
Oh, of course, but if he has $18 billion in his company, I would hope that he has his stuff situated. He has people looking after the numbers. I'm sure he has been audited already.
Well, to Pat's point, though, if he can't pay this, like, couldn't they just seize the Raiders as like an asset?
Technically,
right?
I
mean, like, and I don't.
I
even
watch
know.
Airplane Repo. You watch Airplane Repo?
I don't.
That's not fake at all. But guys go into hangars, they find airplanes, they break into them, and then they always find a way to take off as the owner of the plane is chasing them down the runway, grabbing for like the wheel.
I've seen that show. Some of those escapes are death-defying.
Death-defying. It's 100% legit. It looks like, especially when they have like mics on the bad guys that are chasing them in the planes, and there's perfect audio, and just it's definitely 100% legit.
But can I go back to the IRS and all that shit? So no. Phil Did you say no?
Yeah, he did.
You're good. No, I wanted to hear about it.
Mickelson?
No, Phil. So Phil was my accountant in the NFL straight out of college. He's 21 years old, 22 years old. We're filing for taxes in every city, county, and state that you play in. I mean, it's a fucking nightmare. We definitely left money on the table then, but Phil learned a bunch through that entire thing. He was kind of baptized by fire here in the tax world, you know what I mean? Before he even had a CPA, he was having to call local ordinances to figure out if we can get money. I mean, it was a nightmare, but a lot of NFL guys try to bamboozle and work the system a little. Oh, I watch film on this TV, this 4K TV, so I can write this off. Phil and I had a conversation earlier where Phil was like, we're just not going to raise any flags to the IRS. All right, so if you want to buy a $1,000 television, let's not try to get fucking $55 back. Let's just go ahead and spend that money and just act like it's not a problem. You never want to get the IRS's nose or eyebrows raised to you. It's a problem. This is not good for the Raiders. And also, what has gone on with the Spanos family too? There might be some real stuff going on in the NFL.
Yeah, but there's so much money involved. Like, I just don't. How many people do you think are out there actively trying to buy an NFL team right now? Like, are there tons of them that are trying to get their foot in the door?
Well, here's two. Right?
Okay.
Oh, Gary V.
Oh,
Yeah.
Will he only buy the Jets though?
Yeah, he said he hopes one day he wakes up and he doesn't want to buy the Jets anymore, so he can instead and focus on other stuff. But yeah, he wants to do that still. Mark Cuban, I think, wants to get in the NFL still.
Yep, Cubes. What do you have to do then if he wants to buy the Jets? Doesn't he just have to wake up and visualize like his grandma getting stabbed to death every day?
Well, that's what he's been doing for the past, I think, 23 years, and that's why he is.
You guys are taking it out of context.
Oh, I didn't know
What
that.
do you mean?
I don't fully know what the context was. There's no way that is what it was supposed to sound like. You know that I have not seen that.
Not figuratively. You're supposed to envision it. You don't want it to really happen, right? But that's what motivates you, I guess, is what he was trying to say, whatever this clip was or whatever he did. I don't have no idea.